Greg Kinnear is an American favorite. Do you love him? I know, I love him too. Whether he's dancing up a storm in Little Miss Sunshine, playing opposite Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks in the popular rom-com You've Got Mail, and of course going toe-to-toe with Jack Nicholson in As Good as It Gets, which earned him an Oscar nomination. And now he's got a new film out called Same Kind of Different as Me, playing a man who, at the request of his wife, makes an unexpected new friend. Take a look.
My wife's concerned you're not eating, so made you a little something here. Man to man, you'd be doing me a big favor to just, you know, have a little something. You don't have to eat the whole thing. Just a few bites. No? You don't like Italian? You're walking away, aren't you? He's walking away.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Greg Kinnear.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. This is super exciting.
It feels like this is your life.
Yeah. And we don't have them all, but we have a lot of them. And I've seen most of them. This one is sentimental and based on an unbelievable book about a guy named Ron Hall who thought he was going to change someone else's life and found out that man was going to change his own.
That's right. That's right. And yeah, and very open and forthcoming with his whole life story, which you know, was amazing. I first met him in New York, and you know, I said, "Very nice to meet you," and he said, "Well, then you don't know me very well." And he proceeded to kind of download the story of this indiscretion with his wife. He was a, you know, wealthy guy, was doing very busy and just not minding the store, and ended up getting involved in this homeless issue, and which is something we can all pay more attention to. And
his wife made him. His wife made him.
That's right. And of course, he, as a way to try to, you know, kind of absolve himself, he did what I think many people think to do for any sort of charity or any kind of cause. He was ready to write a check. He's like, "Oh, I'll write you a check. We'll take care of this problem like that." She was like, "No, that's not going to work. You're going to actually participate in this thing." And he kind of got involved in it. And Jaimin Hansu plays Denver Moore, who he co-wrote the book with. And it's an amazing performance. And Denver and him actually went on through their friendship to raise $100 million for homelessness. So
isn't that incredible?
It's pretty great.
I mean, it's not often you hear something so amazing coming out of a marital indiscretion.
Yeah.
But this story is uplifting in the way that it really helps people, is it odd for you to play a real man? Like he's here. He can see you.
Yes, he is. He was there when we did the film. So I was conscious. You know, you're kind of looking over every now and then to the actual guy who's standing there watching.
You're like, did I nail it?
Yeah,
I got it.
It's a little odd. Adds a little more pressure, but yeah, I like it. I mean, I like the idea of playing, you know, real people. It's you know, the idea that it was a true story and that you have somebody to go in deep on the story with, talk to them, really hear their side. At the end of the day, you know, if you're playing a true life person, it's an interpretation.
Yeah, it's your vision.
But find some sort of truth in that and some sort of expression of who they are, it's not bad.
So you're across from Renee Zellweger in this piece.
Yes, I am.
Who you were across from in Nurse Betty.
That's right.
Is it true that you and she had what you describe as your most unprofessional moment ever together?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
What was it?
Well, it was, her and I were in Nurse Betty. We were, well, first of all, it was very late. It was a long day, but we had, at the end of this movie, basically we end up as soap opera stars. And she's playing, you know, Cherry, and she's got her little nurse's cap on, and I'm like Brock. And the lines are like, "My God, your eyes are like sapphires." And it's just, there was no way to hold it together. It had been a long day, and we started, you know, just kind of lost it. And I love Renee. She's just a wonderful soul. And it was honestly, it was one of these things, I couldn't hold it together. I mean, just every line that we came out was just, we'd bust out laughing, which was funny for a few minutes with the crew. And then after a while, it's kind of like, are they still doing this? So after an hour, Renee was escorted out, and I do the scene with a tennis ball on the end of a C-stand. I'm not kidding. I talked to a C-stand, and then they brought me out in the most awful moment. I was like, okay, I'm leaving. And they put a C-stand there. She did her lines, so they cut it together, and that actually ends up in the movie.
Now, was it more professional?
There's your scoop.
I like it. By the way, speaking of Scoop, do you remember Greg when he was the host of Talk Soup? Right?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Years and years ago. That's how I first.
Oh, yeah.
You were in my business.
Yes, I was.
You're a broadcaster. Look at that.
I was, oh boy. Wow.
But
Look at
you-
the Ted Koppel hair,
You
man.
moved on and worked with Jack Nicholson. Is it true that your first meeting with him, your first audition for that role, and As Good as It Gets, was in his home
The first time I met Jack Nicholson was in his home.
and resulted in a bowl of pasta?
Yeah, he got home field advantage, of course. And I was just so nervous. I don't remember a lot of it, truthfully. I just went to his house and, met him, obviously. And yes, at the end of the audition, he asked if I would like to eat some spaghetti and meatballs, and we had a little bite to eat, which I thought was a good sign. I mean, I didn't know. Maybe he feeds everybody who comes through. But I did get the job, which was good.
From Talk Soup to spaghetti and meatballs to Same Kind of Different as Me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thanks.
It's great. The film is amazing. It's in the theaters today. It will make you feel like this. Greg Kinnear, everybody.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.